How many rest of these over here left over? Because I have a lot in abundance. God look at that as what? No. If you do well, I'll accept you. If you don't do well, then the devil is at the door of your mind, knocking on it to enter.
Mm.
He enters.
But if I do well, what is well in this case? Like morality?
Do what you know is the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
You gave me extra. You gave me leftover. Abel sacrificed.
No, we good.
You get me? He sacrificed his firstling, and that's in God's word to give your firstling. Like at your firstborn is given to God.
Mm.
If you're your mother's firstborn, you're given to God. And now I'm my mother's firstborn. I'm seeing what they mean by.
So what about music? Like, if you, I feel like on some us shit. I won't speak for other people. Say you were to get signed and some shit. Do you feel like your first album you gotta give it to God? I feel like personally, I feel like you would. I'm just asking you an answer.
And everything you're supposed to do, you're supposed to give glory to Him. So yes, I would say yes. Your first album or whatever should be dedicated to Him. His name should be glory. You should be rapping about nothing but glorifying Him, or how He glorified you, and how you giving Him the strength to glorify Him through the strength that He gave you. That's all our music should be being about. In general, and hard as hell. It could be creative. You can still make the music you want to make up to date, as long as it's glorifying Him. You can still talk about drugs, as long as you came out of it and now you're changing. It could still be hard. Just don't make it. I'm fucking your bitch. I'm fucking your wife, and then I'm fucking the mother of your wife, and then I'm coming to your face, flaunting your chain that I got from your wife, in front of you. Then back to making money by selling drugs to my community. Then I'm gonna go to the corner store and cop a couple of Dutches from the people that had my grandfather in slavery. The Dutch masters. I'm gonna cop it from the Dutch masters. Then the Dutch masters who had the oppressors that was oppressing my people on the front, smiling at me. Smoke your life away, dummy. And I'm over here coming back to my people, rolling up, adding stuff to the weed now to more further damage myself. It's like, that's the truth. Why you getting mad at the truth? What the fuck? This is what we do. But there's a blessing in what we do. Because once we realize that, we can grow up out of that. The road, we're already the roads that is in the concrete. That's the concrete. The streets, that's what's in the streets. That's the concrete. And we just the roses that have to rise up out of it. Mr. West is one of them. And there's a whole lot of us. We're just not getting the recognition that we need. But with understanding and knowledge,
yesterday niggas put me on a mad Christian artist that made hip hop. I don't think it was no drill though. I think it was like there's like niggas who do street conscious stuff, like take care of your children, but not like praise God, like praise. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
But you would never hear that. As long as you have Christ in your lyrics or God or the Lord, you're not going to hear that. Or unless it's the Lord that they want you to praise, their Lord.
Yeah, you can get away with God and the Lord. But when you
because God already tells you that there's many gods out there.
When you saying Christ and you saying like one of the names, you know, many names. So when you say one of the names, then it's like, oh nah, you already know what you're trying to say.
All these rappers mention Allah, which just mean God in the language.
Yeah.
And they mention their idols, right? But as soon as you mention your idol and speak about him in the way that he does for you, they want to censor you. They want to take it down.
I feel what you're saying.
I feel like the frequency. I have the blood of Yahushua Christ. We do too. As of there's other people out here that don't even know that they do. So they look at themselves and they start smoking and they start drinking and they start trying to get away from all that depression of knowing you have the blood of Christ. Because of what he went through. They know I'm gonna have to go through that. So why not go through that and sell out and be on the other side? Because that's the life that's precious. That's the life that leads to life. The one that I want at least.
Yeah.
That's what they do. I'm thinking opposite of that. Like the life that I want maybe is gonna lead to me dying. But maybe I need to die to live the life that I really need to live. I don't know what's gonna happen after.
Maybe you dying because you did what you needed to do.
Exactly. It's not my will, but it's the Lord's will. Everything that's happening right now is not my will. I didn't wake up and say I want to do this. It's just happening.
Somebody told me yesterday. Somebody who reads the Bible told me yesterday that there's people that asked the Lord to take them and He took them.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. How I got this? I had asked for an experience. I said, Lord, show me a supernatural experience. And that was His way of showing me.
Oh yeah, because you told me.
I told you that, and that hurted me.
Without
like,
the body, you called the name without even thinking about it.
And it's just like the way that it happened when He give you the chance to review it. Like, I did show you a supernatural experience. You just don't like how I showed you, but it was one. And
Same
shit
like, happened with
and then
me.
You just like, yo, he's no joke.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not gonna say.
And ain't it crazy how like the same way the shit happened? It's like the same way shit happened in the Bible. Cause it's like, oh, you want this? I'm gonna give you this.
Yes. And it wasn't. I can't expect it to be beautiful. If every time he's saying, if every time his word is saying, yo, you don't want to be on the end of mine. You don't want to be bad against me. I mean, you don't want to be on my enemy to me. I'm terrifying. Mm-hmm. I'm not expecting the Lord to be loving. No, I'm expecting something terrifying. I don't know who you are. I know who you are, but you've been connecting to me spiritually, and it's like I know it's a terrifying thing to even be in your presence. I can't even wear shoes around you. That's how holy you are. Matter of fact, you're so official that you'll send somebody that's as official as you. They're not even official as you in your eyes, but they're as official as you to me. But they know never to ever, yo, don't even say that. I'm not official as that man. But I'm just representing and talking for him.
Like
that's how holy he is.
That's how I feel when the dude, this nigga shot, called me Trap Jesus. Like,
that's an idol, bro. Don't do that. Don't put those frequencies on me. Because I am nowhere close to him. He's done greater than me. I'm rapping. What am I doing? I'm a poet.
I'm rapping.
Back in the day, no, but nowadays that's how you look at it. I'm rapping. Back in the day, you'd be considered a poet. That's what you're saying. And he tells you in the Bible, write this music so they will never forget my law. So we are people that we need to be talking about in our music, according to him, how to glorify him. What is need to be done to glorify him? Or if you're already glorified, speak about what he did to glorify you. There's so much ways that I can glorify him. I let him know. Even through the poor ways. You can talk about how you're from the trenches. But the music has to show the message of him. He's within you. He's within me. He's within all of us. Not the people that he's not in the people that he did not give the law. He uses them. And there's a people, and that's what considered good or evil. What is good or evil in your eyes? Just because somebody has money, they can go anywhere they want to do, live the life that they want to live, or the life that you are thinking about living, doesn't mean that it's good or good for you. That's the message. That's the overall message. Get in tune, get edified, get the knowledge. Look it up. That's the beginning step. And I'm verbally expressing it to you. It's just a little confusing because it's actually my life and my business. And I'm expressing it to you freely and you don't understand my business. It's not your business. And I'm making it publicly so it can become your business. So you can do the first step and just look up the research it. That's what bro message is. And you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that's his message. It's follow the first step. I'm already in a position to change. I'm already in a position. I'm ready to let y'all know, like, this is where I'm at in my spiritual journey. I'm ready for war now. But I need y'all help. I need y'all help. My people help. But this is the first step. Research. And then you're going to have the same spirit that I have. And then I'm going to have y'all on my side. Forget everybody else. I don't care about everybody else. But then people say, well, you got to care about everybody. Business purposes, understandable, it's fine, it's cool, but that's not the main message for my people. He's racist. He said it. Racist just means that you're for your own race. A lot of these people are racist. They just use it in a different analogy. They use it as prejudice, as an extremist. But all it really means is you're for your own race before anyone else's. Yeah. And the people that don't want to get along with it, they just got to be separated. They got to go somewhere else. They got to go somewhere else. or the congregation will always have a Judas or be infiltrated, broke down to pieces, and then they can control that because within their communities, they're rooting that out. What we're supposed to be doing. That's why I'm doing it. It's a thing. Be upset. Just don't sin. Find a way. And we're going to find a way in the most calmest, peaceful way we can. But that's just it. The knowledge and the education behind it that our people are lacking. It's not all the way there. Or it's not fully quite understood. It's like Crips and Bloods. We could be from a different set of a Crip or a Blood, but they know that's my people's though. That's my blood. That's my blood. What up, blood? They link up. They from a whole nother different state.
Not completely because, like, Blood people don't know. Like, the first lesson I learned
every
was
blood is not your blood.
Every blood is not your blood.
That's a fact. But that's something that's said. But is that something that's expressed? How much blood niggas you see that don't know each other and they dap up blood automatically?
But they I don't want to call it G-checking because I ain't seen niggas. You know what? That's actually to your point. Because every time I seen somebody G-checking another nigga, it was never on some I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with your set. Exactly. It was like, oh, you this.
Let me make sure you solidify. Like you feel me? That's what the black people lost. Us as a nation of people, we lost G-checking. We don't have no more G-checking.
Yeah, you remember you know the nations of the gods on the earth.
The nations of the gods of the earth.
You know, you ever heard somebody go, peace, God?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's from the school of thought of the nation of the gods on the earth. And that's W. Fard Muhammad and they call him the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And they will pull up on each other like, peace, God, what's today's mathematics? And you would have to know today's mathematics or get fucked up.
You feel me?
And today's mathematics, like, they have their own code where it's like, they have what they call the supreme alphabet, like Jizza, Rizza, Scissor, all that is supreme alphabet from the nation of gods on earth. 5%. You heard that term before? Copying. Supreme alphabet, Scissor. What else was I getting to? Oh, right. So they have the cipher, which is 1 through 9. I'm not trying to indoctrinate you, just telling you what they do, because I feel like that is a piece of what you're talking. That is like the conscious G checking. You know what I'm saying? So like it would be 1 through 9. So today is the 22nd, right? So today's the 22nd. That would be 4. Or today is the 10th month and the 22nd and the 22nd. So we add up 2 2 plus 2 2 plus 1, right? And that would be 9. So the number of the day today is today's math is 9, right? Knowledge born. It's either, I think 9 is knowledge. So if you were to G-check me, ask me, yo, peace, God, what's today's mathematics? I would have to say something towards like today is knowledge. Knowledge means this, but like you can't give your definition of what knowledge is. They have a definition of what 9 means and what the knowledge for 9 means, and then you need to build on top of that with your own understanding. Like I'm getting knowledge today from this, that, and the third. I know they have one to like build and destroy. You have to destroy something old so that you can build something new. So today I'm gonna destroy this about myself and build this about myself type shit. You feel me? We don't have none of that shit.
And and this is what I want to add on to that. That's what we lost as a people of a nation of people. The structure, the word, the gospel, the good news, aka the Bible, was given to our people, and that builds structure with us. That's why we look at one another and we don't just. That's why we can all see a random black person and we don't know them from nowhere. But you know, it's like, hey, what up, bro? Hey, what up, bro? Boom. That's a part of our culture. The fist pump, yo, what up? Boom, or the yo, Gucci, peace, God, whatever. That's why you can do that with every black, because we all have something that's instilled within us, within our ancestors that we've all been through. We've all been through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that till today you can go up to a random person, yo, you just know what it is. Yo, what up, man? You go to a other person and be like, yo, what up?
Even the fact that you say, yo.
The fact that you say it. You go up to a other person that's not so familiar with you, yo. Hey. Simple, just the simple gestures of body movements and everything show you where you from, who you are. That's why when you get pregnant, they yo, where you from? Where you from?
Yeah.
And
fuck who you know where you from, my
where
nigga.
You from? Like, that's come from our culture.
Oh,
So,
you a fucking Edomite? You a Canaanite? Nah.
Creeders though. We're 12 tribes. Dominican, Puerto Rican. We black. We see them. Where you from? Who your grandfather? Where you from? Like ancestors though. Imagine our fathers and cousins. They know each other. Yo, we good. Da, da, da. Kids grow up 3rd, 4th, 5th generation. Don't know each other. Look same like. Where you from? Who is you? That's like, I'm da da da. Who you? Oh yo sorry. That's that. That's their energies that's been planted already. That is familiar. That's the spirit that they gave us. That they're trying to eliminate from our heritage.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why we so close to each other now, is because that's the similarity that we have, is that we come from the same grandfather. And what people are removing because of religion is you got to be from the 3 fathers, not just one, Abraham. You also got to be from his son Isaac, and you got to be from his son Jacob. And that's where you have the services of the actual living God, because he gave those 3 people through their family lines. Even though the main father that had all of them had other children, he only gave their families his law. That's the main thing about it. Now people are gonna.
But people acknowledge that though.
No, they don't. People acknowledge that it's universal because we're sons of Abraham. That's the issue. That's the discrepancy.
Oh, got you.
That it was given to these 3 fathers, and the services of the true living God are going to work if those children of those 3 fathers listen to his words, which is the gospel, aka the good news. That means the Bible. If you listen to his words, because there's stories, there's situations, there are battles, there are army setups, there's a whole lot of things in there, and you as the individual have to listen to his words that he is commanding you. You have to pay attention to that. You have to spot that within there. But there's also other information that's going to help you survive in this civilization. Also, when you're listening and you spot out, this is actually a command. It's saying the Lord says to boom, and this is what you have to do. It's literally giving you the instruction. So how can I apply that to my life today? These are instructions that I didn't have, that I'm sitting here quiet, not saying anything, listen, well, he led me here. And now I'm reading the instruction and I'm listening. That's why I was earlier, when you said what you said, I'm like, he's on the right, to me, he's on the right path. Like, you got my mind on the same, I agree with you, I will walk with you, you got my mind, but what do you mean? How am I listening to God? Sit there and listen, be quiet. That's where it was just like, okay, not you being the devil, but spiritually, the devil is trying to confuse me not to walk with him. Why? Because of, what do you mean by just sit there and listen? Now you don't have to say this, but if you lead it to what I was saying, okay, well, I'm led to the Bible, and in there, his words are in there. There's words in there for you to listen to, because there's a whole bunch of sins in there. That's not just him just saying, do this, do this. The Bible is not just him consistent of you to do this, do this.
So right now in this moment, right, would you say that these
that.
are your...
Hold on. Look at that. My phone is blowing up right now. Why is my phone... I just pressed my phone like 10 times. My phone is blowing up right now. To me, that's showing me the Lord is... This is the will. You're completing it. Why is my phone... Why is the phone just blowing up as we having this conversation? Before we was talking. And before we was talking...
Mm-hmm.
And before we was talking,
yeah.
Nobody would have called.
Yeah.
But as we having this conversation, my phone is blowing up back to back. How? Three, 4 people just differently called me just now on camera. This is real.
Yeah.
It's not a game.
This is what I'm telling you. I want to ask you, do you think you're speaking or is God speaking through you at this moment?
I have to answer those questions two ways.
Mm.
Both. Why? Both. I wouldn't have had the knowledge I would have had if I didn't read his word.
Mhm.
I'm paraphrasing his words into my words, which is him speaking because it's his words that I'm mainly talking from. It's just in my exact words, but it's still going back to, it leads back to him. It's his words, I just don't remember word for word, but he's causing me to say it in my words that when you look it up, oh, it's the same thing he basically just said. I'm just paraphrasing. So both.
Okay. Two things that I have to do. Number one, I have to notice that in this moment, God is allowing you to speak to me. My mind has to be clear enough. I can't be thinking about, yo, what if the Jamaican dude hit me? Yo, what if my girl hit me? Yo, what if I got this song that I want you to get on, and I want to tell you after this conversation. Should I speed the conversation up and get to that? I have to have this clear state of mind to where I'm aware that I need to put everything to the side, just like how you know that you need to not answer those calls right now. You feel me? I have to listen to you, literally. I have to quiet my mind and listen to you. I can't cut you off, and that's exactly how I mean it. Like, I believe that listening to God can be as simple as me listening to you, as you listening to me when God is speaking to us. So, like, I don't mean to sound anyway. That is my honest answer. If God is speaking to you, you gotta listen. But I notice most people, if God is trying to speak through a dream, through a situation, they don't listen. They don't pay attention to whatever it is the situation is. They go off their ego and whatever thoughts their ego present. That's why I brought it up earlier, right? Even though it's not all connected, I just think that way, so I brought it up. But you can't be listening to God. All right, I'm actually ask the question. Do you believe you can simultaneously listen to the Most High or pay attention to a message that the Most High has for you delivered through any way, through any medium, while simultaneously serving your ego and the thoughts that come with your ego?
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. You have to be quiet, and like in real life, meditation would be like, no, meditation is a lot of things. You could do it, like, you could do imagination shit, right? So I want to say being silent, being still to actually receive a message. The process of that literally is you being quiet in real life, being quiet in your mind to remove the ego so that God can come in. Whether it's words in English, whether it's pictures, whether you fall asleep and have a vision, bro. I'm dead ass serious when I say that.
I agree.
Words, or like, that's when I'm like, nah, you
Nah,
know.
early. All right, so I need to apologize for calling you a liar. I apologize for saying that because I was misinformed. We was just both.
We misunderstanding each other.
No, we were just very passionate about what we.
Definitely
passionate.
Definitely.
And it's not that we wasn't listening to each other, but that was information that I just wasn't listening to because I wasn't allowing you to fully. I guess I don't know if you would have said that back then, but how you said it now, perfect.
I don't know if I would have said it that way back then either.
So we didn't even. God didn't allow that to even come through. But I understand 100% what you're saying and how you process it to see if God is talking to you. And that is great because you just gave me a power. It's like, okay, but that's also His word. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to get angry. So that's why I say to you, that's why I'm saying to you, it matches up. What you're doing in the physical matches up to His word. So as long as you can process it that way. I just told you how I process it. It goes one and one because His word says, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry, because man's anger doesn't make God happy. Basically, it's nothing. You're just looking stupid by the way. So when you say that, like, I have to listen, be still, mind quiet, still, That's just the first part of him saying be quick to listen. There's a whole nother, be slow to get angry. So now, maybe what I'm saying is slow to get angry.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Be quick to listen, slow to get angry, slow to speak actually. Slow, and actually yours, be quick to listen and slow to speak. Because you're listening, you're clearing your mind, you're quick, you're sharp with the listen. Let me hear what this person has to say. Slow to speak. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but I'm still, maybe I'm gonna just wait to see if there's any more information that's God is trying to tell me. Slow to get angry. Maybe they not stop talking, but I'm getting all this information. There's a lot of information right now. It's getting me a little frustrated. I'm not gonna get frustrated. I'm not gonna get angry. And then they probably done talking by now. But you done just examine what you just said. That's how I know God is speaking to me. And this, where there's two or more gathered, He's here in the presence. So He's here right now. So what you're saying is validated. Like, I agree with you.
And I agree with all of that as well.
And if we can't agree, then we can't prosper. So that means that anything that we do is not going to prosper. So by those words, it's manifested in your real life right now.
And I agree with that, which is why, even though I process it the way I processed it myself up until now, I chose to still read and process it through that same. I'm like, cause don't get me confused. I'm processing the information through the same filter that brought me there in the first place. You feel me? So like, it's not that. It's more like the book better not let me down type shit. That's how it feels spiritually. But so far, I promise you, the only thing I'm looking at crazy is like the concubines, the fucking, like, there's a story from they touched one of the Israelites. They had sex with one of the Israelite sisters, and then they told them that if they get circumcised, they could get married. And then they waited for them to get circumcised to kill everybody and take their servants and shit. Like,
oh no, okay.
Like,
all right, no.
Like,
I know exactly what story.
But God didn't like that though.
Hold on, wait a second, wait. If I'm not mistaken, I know what story you're talking about. It's kind of explicit, so I'm gonna say some.
This is Genesis.
All right, I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm gonna say some words that you're gonna know what it means.
Okay.
All right. Are you talking about the story where he took one of the Israelite women and you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
It was one of their sisters.
He tried to body it.
No, I think they did. They had.
No,
sex.
he did, but he flaped it. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. All right. So yeah, the flaping. You feel what I'm saying? It was an unjust thing. It wasn't a good thing. You see what I'm saying? And when you do more history, they have certain things saying like underage. You see what I'm saying? What the boy did wasn't right. You see what I'm saying? But in the Bible it says that's what he did. And
but don't say their ages or none of that.
It doesn't say none of that. But that was his only daughter, and she got flaked. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh wait, in the Bible, that's a.
Yes, that's what it's saying. I think that's.
What it's not saying that it was consensual, basically.
Yes, that's what it's saying. It wasn't consensual. That's why they went and they did what
I didn't have that understanding reading it.
You see what I'm saying? There's certain things you got to. But I'm trying to boom. So yeah, that happened, and she was over there. It's like they kidnapped her, like, yo, come here, and did it, and kept her over there, and tried to reason with the father. And the father is like, trying to be very political as possible because he's basically like the president. I can't let my nation, your nation go to war, but you see what I'm saying this, but something have to happen. Like, this is nuts.
Nah, but the pops didn't do it.
The brothers did because the brothers heard, like, what is this man talking about? He's bugging this old. What? Say less. We gonna finesse them. Say less.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. When it was happening, I understood all that. Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Like,
what?
Even without the whole.
Say less. Oh, nah. So his father's trying to be political. Brothers like, we not hearing that, but go ahead and do your thing. We got something here. Boom. All right. The man them is gonna sit here and intermingle. Since y'all did this, we'll let the men with y'all.
Nah, the brothers told him that, bro.
I know, but this is why they had to get circumcised because of the situation of them You know,
Oh, so you saying like the pops was there, so the brothers was fronting in front of the pops?
Yes, because they
Okay.
couldn't agree with their sister getting overtaken like that, and now you want to do business with somebody that just did this to my sister? Are you dumb?
Mm-hmm.
But it's more like he's thinking more elderly on some. I got mad kids, like I can't keep not. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that's what he's saying, but it's like more on political. Like why did he do this? Like I'm furious, but I can't. We not even going into. You know, we don't mess with y'all at all. Like, but we live in the same land, so our people already. You know what I'm saying? Intermingle with each other. So this is the covenant between us. If we're gonna allow our daughters to sleep with your sons have to be circumcised. And he agreed to that. Okay. They all got circumcised. But after they got circumcised, they had to rest and recover. That's when the men them said, "Yeah,
Yo,
you thought we was dumb? You would do that to my sister? And here's the other part. You probably passed. So I don't know if you got to it. They was blessed with that. The Lord who is it? Was it Israel? It was Isaac. When Isaac was blessing, it was Jacob. When Jacob was blessing his sons, right? He told them what's going to happen and what they're going to be like in the last days to come. And he said
before they got out of Egypt. Got you.
I think Jacob.
Like he was blessing his sons and telling them
their
all of their traits and how they.
He's giving them their portions of their. He's giving them their inheritance, and he's telling them what's going to happen to come to their nations of people, because they're just them right now, and they have their kids already and their families and stuff like that. But he's talking to the head men, giving them their blessings, and that was one of Levi and Simeon.
Oh, Levi and Simeon were the ones that did it.
Yeah, that was the ones that was when they blessed it. They're gonna be like, I'm paraphrasing, like their anger is going to be either their blessing or curse.
Oh, okay.
So
because they slew men in their wrath.
And that's supposed to allegedly be Dominicans and Haitians. And if you see their attitudes and when they get angry, to be serious. The things that you could do, bro, these stuff that be happening that you just gotta do research and let the Lord do what you do then. After you find out the information, then you do what you do. Is be quiet, be still, and just listen to everything you've been gathering. In your mind, because it's in your heart. And let him just put everything together and then boom. We break it down together and then we come together and have it, you know?
Yeah, I feel
that's
you.
That's it, right? And that's just the beginning, bro. That's just the beginning. You see how much work that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Start with our community.
Yeah, bro.
And it's I feel Mr. West, man. That's just the beginning. You see how much that is? Because it's slavery did this to us.
So that's just like the what's today's mathematics, bro.
That's today's mathematics.
That's awesome. Like, yo, you read the Bible today, nigga. You meditated, you fasted. What you doing? How you getting close to God? They can fuck punch you in the face.
If everybody was moving, you feel me? If everybody was structurally moving like on their word and you and if you today, you see the nigga talking about hey, you read to today? What you talking about? What's the thing today? What you read today? Everybody read like
this nigga ain't read no books today.
He read no books today? Give him a Reggie.
Give this nigga a Reggie.
He's tight. And you better learn that mathematics tomorrow. Fuck you talking about? You get another one on the gate. You know what I'm saying? Niggas okay. Let niggas get mad. Niggas don't get distracted. What? Niggas come with bats at you now. That's the only time stuff like that is supposed to be going. You don't want to get with the program. We got young men, young women, elderly, young. We gotta keep these people alive. They got freaking Planned Parenthood that's killing every people. Now this is the humans. But I'm still worried about my people. My people's at the top of that list.
I feel you.
Everybody's there, but my people that I don't give a F about everybody else just yet. I have to add that just yet. I'm gonna make a shirt just yet. I'm not worried about you just yet. Let me worry about my brothers and sisters that came from the same people as me first. It's like you want me to save everybody. I can't do that yet.
Yeah,
I'm not that great. Let me help my people first because I look like them. That's just by default. and y'all see what's going on, and y'all already throwing out contradictions. Well, why don't you deal with that in your community?
Nigga, we all
Trying. And you're trying to blackmail F what's going on. You're trying to portray this image by interrupting what I got going on or what I'm trying to have going on. And unfortunately, well, guess what? This is the facts of what I'm talking about. So why are you getting mad? It's not even you getting mad, it's you feeling guilty. And this is what we need.